Hey guys, it's Jess. Remember me? It's been a really long time. It's been like 2 months, which is crazy. What have I been doing? Well, I got sick for a while. I had sort of two horrible colds that kind of put me out of commission for a while. I've been working a lot, which isn't very interesting. And then for the last 10 days, I've been on vacation. So yeah, those are my main excuses, but I'll be honest, sometimes you just get a little bit lazy, which has been my problem. You get out of the habit of making videos and it just takes a little bit of time to get back into the swing of things. But on that note, I want to give Jarrett at Goodreads a little bit of a shout out. He was nice enough to send me a little message saying, "Hey, where you been?" And I just wanted to say thanks, man. It's nice to be missed. I want to say hello to all of you, everyone old and new. I was really shocked to see that I actually had some new subscribers. So, hi guys, welcome. So yeah, why am I here? Well, April wrap up, and I know it's the middle of June. I get it. What's your point? So I figured, I've been reading all this time, and I think I should share with you guys what I've been reading, don't you think? I think so. So I'm going to do my April wrap-up in this video, and then my May wrap-up in my next one, and then finally my June TBR list, so I can just sort of feel like I'm all caught up. So yeah, let's get going. I have always done my wrap-ups in the style of Book Rat Misty with a quick thumbs up, thumbs down for each book. I'll leave a link to her channel down below. You should check her out. She's awesome. The first book that I read in the month of April was Artichoke's Heart by Suzanne Suplee. Enter cover here. And this was a really sweet story about a girl named Rosemary who's really heavy, and everyone in her life is sort of obsessed with her losing weight. And she finally gets the motivation to do it. And of course, along the journey, she ends up finding out much more about herself than the scale reveals. And it's a nice coming of age story. It's got really colorful characters and a nice romance, and it's sort of a feel-good book. There aren't a huge number of heavy moments. It's mostly light, but just really, really comforting, and I really enjoyed it, so it was a thumbs up. The next book that I read was Sing Me to Sleep by Angela Morrison, and this was a thumbs up. This is about a girl named Beth who's nicknamed the Beast. She has a beautiful singing voice, but she's always been a little bit plain in the looks department. But she has an opportunity to sing a solo with her choir abroad, and she gets a little makeover before she goes over there. And she meets this guy named Derek who's just gorgeous and dreamy, and she just can't believe that someone like him could like someone like her. And it's a really, really sweet romance. It wasn't exactly what I thought it would be, and I have to admit, I found a little bit of the romance hokey. Don't kill me. I really did like it, and I actually did get a little bit emotional in places. Sometimes I thought the romance was a little bit over the top, but that could just be me being bitter. But I did get emotional. I'm not made of steel, I promise. But overall, I really did enjoy it, and it's well worth checking out. Next, I read The Fairy Godmother by Mercedes Lackey, and this is the first book in her 500 Kingdoms series, and it was definitely a thumbs up. I've heard of this author a lot with regards to fairy tale retellings, which I love, and fantasy, but I've never read her, and I have no idea why not, because I really, really loved it. It's really fun storytelling. This is retelling the first book of the Cinderella fairy godmother story, and it's just everything I love in fairy tale retellings. Clever dialogue, a strong female heroine, and just, good old fantasy stuff, sword fighting and magic and all of that good stuff. It was a lot like Robin McKinley. If you guys read her work, I love her as well. It really reminded me, they have sort of similar styles, and where have you been all my life? I loved it. I know I'm not being particularly articulate, but that's what happens when I really like something. I can't think. I am definitely checking out the rest of the series, and you should too. And then finally, I read Don't Breathe a Word by Holly Kapala. And this was also a thumbs up, a great reading month. I really enjoyed this one. This is about a girl named Joy, and she suffers from asthma, which means her parents are super protective, and she's also in the middle of a pretty abusive relationship. So she just feels completely smothered, and she needs to get away. So she runs away from home, and she ends up living on the streets and sort of having to survive on her own, but she meets people, and it's a really interesting story. It's a story that I've never read in YA before, and I was just completely intrigued the entire time. I don't know how to describe it, but it was really well done. I know that the author did a lot of research on teenage runaways and sort of homelessness and what that life is like, and it was just a really interesting look into the life of a runaway. And I would definitely recommend it. I was really completely on the ride the whole time, and I couldn't wait to see what happened next. And the whole world is just really interesting. So check it out. So that was April. In June, um, as promised, I will do a wrap up of my May reads in my next video, and also do my June TBR. I want to apologize again for being gone for so long. I missed you guys, and I'm not going to do that to you again, I promise. I'll see you next time. Bye.